When you can work from anywhere, something shifts. The question is no longer simply, where can I live? It becomes something more personal than that. It becomes, what kind of day do I want to wake up to? Do you want mornings that are slow, sunlit, and unhurried? Or mornings that are focused, efficient, and quiet? Do you want a city that pulls you into its energy? Or a place that lets you disappear into your own? This video is not a ranking. It is not a visa guide. And it is not a list of perfect countries, because no such list exists. What it is a practical look at 5 European countries that work well as long-term bases for globally mobile professionals. 5 different environments, 5 different rhythms, 5 different types of life. And the goal is simple, to help you understand which one might suit yours. Let's get into it. Portugal has been a reference point for the globally mobile community for several years now, and for good reason. Lisbon and Porto offer something that is genuinely difficult to find: a European capital atmosphere, a cost profile that can still make sense compared with some of Western Europe's more expensive cities, especially outside the most pressured areas, and an established international community that has developed organically over time. The lifestyle is one of the most consistent draws. Mild climate for much of the year, a strong cafe culture, walkable city centres, and a pace of daily life that tends to feel less relentless than London, Amsterdam, or Paris. What makes Portugal particularly worth considering for digital nomads is not just the climate or the cost, it is the ecosystem. There are co-working spaces, communities, events, and informal networks that have developed specifically around remote workers and internationally mobile professionals. You are not arriving somewhere that does not understand what you do. You are arriving somewhere that has, in many ways, built infrastructure around it. The evenings tend to reinforce this. Long dinners, outdoor terraces, a social rhythm that encourages you to slow down without disconnecting entirely. A note on practical realities. Housing costs in Lisbon and Porto have risen meaningfully in recent years, particularly in popular neighborhoods. The Portugal most people discover on a first visit looks different to the Portugal of finding a well-priced flat in a central location. That gap is worth being clear-eyed about before committing. Portugal suits those who want an established expat community, a lifestyle that rewards slowing down, and a base with genuine social depth. It may suit less well those who prefer solitude, need a very low cost of living, or find international communities overstimulating. Spain is, in many respects, a different kind of proposition. Where Portugal can feel like a community gathering around remote work, Spain feels like a country that was already living this way, and simply made room for you. The rhythm here is genuinely distinct. Lunch at 2, dinner at 9, evenings that extend well past midnight without any sense of urgency. A cultural expectation that life should be lived, not just managed. For people who want to integrate, not just relocate, Spain offers something real. The locals are socially warm. City life is vivid and varied, and the geography is extraordinary. You can base yourself in Barcelona and have mountains to one side and the sea to the other. In Madrid, you are within a short journey of almost everything on the peninsula. The food culture alone functions as a social infrastructure. Tapas bars are not restaurants in the conventional sense. They are the places where daily life happens, where you meet people, where conversations start. For digital nomads who find remote work isolating, Spain can be particularly valuable as a counterweight. A note on practical realities. Visa, residency, and administrative processes can feel slower and more paper-intensive than in some other European countries. Regional differences also matter. Spain is not uniform, and your experience in Valencia will differ from your experience in the Basque Country. Spain suits those who want social richness, genuine cultural immersion, and a daily rhythm that feels generous and human. It may be less suited to those who prefer low-friction administration, quieter environments, or who are not prepared to engage with a culture that operates on its own schedule. Greece tends to be underrepresented in conversations about digital nomad bases, which is to some degree an opportunity. Athens, in particular, has developed considerably in recent years. The city has a creative and entrepreneurial energy that is easy to underestimate from the outside. There are co-working spaces, an active arts and food scene, and a cost profile that in some areas can still feel accessible compared with more expensive European capitals. But what Greece offers that other countries on this list do not is a particular quality of light and time. There is something about the Greek rhythm that is difficult to describe without sounding romantic. Mornings that move slowly, afternoons that slow further, an outdoor culture that treats a table by the sea not as a luxury, but as a reasonable expectation of daily life. For those who feel depleted by high-intensity urban environments, Greece can function as a genuine reset, not as an escape, but as a recalibration. The islands offer a different version of this, with a more pronounced seasonal character that suits some lifestyles and not others. A note on practical realities. Greece has infrastructure variation. Athens is one experience. A smaller island town is another. Some areas remain administratively complex. Seasonal tourism means that certain island bases shift dramatically between summer and winter in terms of available services, social life, and atmosphere. Anyone considering Greece as a base should spend time there across different seasons before committing. Greece suits those who value natural beauty, a slower pace, an evolving urban scene, and a lifestyle with genuine outdoor dimension. It may suit less well those who need consistent high-speed infrastructure outside major cities, or who prefer a more predictable administrative environment. Malta occupies a specific position on this list. It is the smallest country here, both in geographic size and population. And that is both a strength and a constraint worth addressing directly. What Malta offers is a combination that is genuinely unusual in Europe. English as an official language, a Mediterranean climate, EU membership, and a relatively established financial and professional services sector. For professionals who need to operate in English across time zones and who value EU proximity, those factors combine into something coherent. The lifestyle is quieter than Lisbon or Barcelona. The social scene is smaller, but the island has a particular kind of intimacy. You learn its rhythms quickly, and those rhythms can be genuinely pleasant. Clear sea, consistent warmth for much of the year, and a pace that encourages routine rather than stimulation. A note on practical realities. Malta is small, and after a few months, that smallness becomes part of the experience. Cost pressures have increased. Housing, in particular, has seen significant appreciation. Traffic in certain areas is a practical consideration that residents mention consistently. The social world can feel limited if you are used to the scale of a larger city. Malta suits those who want an English-speaking EU base with a Mediterranean character and who do not need the social scale of a larger country. It may not suit those who need constant stimulation, wide social variety, or who are sensitive to the constraints of a small geographic environment. Estonia is the outlier on this list, and intentionally so. Where the other four countries offer variations on Mediterranean warmth and social richness, Estonia offers something different: clarity, efficiency, and a practical digital environment that functions as a genuine competitive advantage for certain types of work. Tallinn's Old Town is one of the most architecturally striking city centers in Europe. The city has a compact, walkable quality that makes daily life practical. The co-working scene is active, the startup community is present, and Estonia has a strong reputation for digital governance and practical digital infrastructure that makes certain administrative processes more straightforward than in much of the rest of Europe. For digital nomads who value focus over stimulation, who want quiet mornings, reliable connectivity, clear processes, and a city that does not compete with your work for attention, Estonia has a strong case. A note on practical realities. The winters are long, dark, and cold. This is not a minor footnote. It is a fundamental feature of the environment, and it affects mood, energy, and daily rhythm in ways that some people adapt to and others do not. The social atmosphere is quieter and more reserved than southern European countries. For those who need warmth, literal or cultural, Estonia can feel isolating during the darker months. Estonia suits those who value focus, digital efficiency, a quieter social environment, and who are comfortable in or genuinely drawn to a northern climate. It may not suit those who need warmth, abundant outdoor life, or a socially vibrant daily environment throughout the year. 5 countries, 5 different versions of a life. Portugal, if you want an established international community and a lifestyle that rewards slowing down. Spain, if you want social richness, cultural depth, and a daily rhythm that feels genuinely alive. Greece, if you want space, light, and a pace that functions as a reset rather than a retreat. Malta, if you want an English-speaking EU base with Mediterranean character and the simplicity that comes with a smaller environment. Estonia, if you want focus, efficiency, and a digital-first environment, and you are comfortable with what a northern climate actually means. None of these are perfect. All of them are worth considering, for the right person, at the right stage, with the right priorities. The most useful thing you can do is not to choose based on a video. It is to visit, to stay longer than a tourist, to notice what your mornings feel like, to notice whether the place makes you more of who you want to be or less. That is the question that no ranking can answer for you. Each country has its own visa, residency, and tax requirements. Those details matter, and they change. Always verify through official sources and qualified professionals before making decisions. If you are trying to build a life abroad with more clarity, subscribe to Digital Wealth Map. We publish weekly strategy for people who live beyond borders. See you soon.